Morning one and all. Tuesday morning. I think Tuesdays sometimes are worse than Mondays. Mondays are, I don't know, they've got to come, but Tuesdays it's like, it's not quite Wednesday. It's nowhere near the end of the week yet, but still, I'm here at work, just about to go in, and it is 14 minutes past 7. Woo! I'm just about to go in and begin my day, doing my packets. These are meal replacement supplements, and I shall stay motivated, drink lots of water. I'm busy. My boss is off on holiday next week, so it's going to be a busy week. And I'm focused. I'm back on it. It's not really a problem now. You've just got to get out of your head that when you've had a crappy day, you deserve a treat. And most of the time, for me, a treat would be, I don't know, getting a takeaway, or not so much chocolate or anything like that. It's just the ease of cooking. There's nothing worse. My other half works and doesn't get back until later either. And then he might go running or do whatever he does. It's just getting back and then cooking something. So by about 7:30, 7:45, when you're getting indoors, the last thing anyone feels like is cooking. It's so much easier for him to come back and bring something, or me to take something home, and ultimately it would be McDonald's or fish and chips or KFC, whatever's easiest, to be honest, to pick up. And that is totally the wrong attitude to have. However, I think it's the way of life for a lot of people, and it's easier. Also, fresh fruit and vegetables, and I can completely understand why families can't afford to have that sort of thing, and they end up with a cupboard full of biscuits, crisps and donuts and all that sort of thing, because they're so cheap in the shops. Going and buying a punnet of strawberries and cherries and bananas, pineapple, all of the healthy, lovely stuff that children should eat, and we should all eat, I suppose, isn't cheap, to be honest. So I think it's convenience, and that is the biggest thing, isn't it? Convenience food. I did, before I'd started my meal replacement packets, I've done it for a long time. I used to make up a batch of chili con carne in my slow cooker, and I used to get about 9 lunches out of that, and I'd take that to work every day with a packet of rice. So what I will do, I think, in future, I know that it was all healthy because I was doing Slimming World. I just use one of them in future and try and use, I think is it the little gem lettuces that have got like a boat shape? Use that as maybe, instead of having rice. I know you can have rice on Slimming World, but I think the carbs, that's what bloats a lot of people out. And I know carbs at lunchtime aren't too bad if you've been training or you are about to go training, but one of my weaknesses is carbs, and I don't think that helps in the evenings. And I know you, on Slimming World, you can have as many carbs as you want, obviously providing you try and put a third of the speed foods on your plate, which I think is to get the metabolism going. But I don't think carbs in the evening really help. I could be completely wrong, and I know I did lose weight doing Slimming World and having that. It just doesn't seem to help with the volume of food, because there doesn't seem to be a limit as to what you can have. That's where my problem lies, and that's why I'm doing this, because it shrinks your tummy. And last week is a prime example of going back onto food, and I couldn't eat hardly anything. I could have completely and utterly stuffed myself and forced myself to eat it, but I didn't need it. That's the biggest thing, and that's the biggest thing I want to learn, which is what I'm doing now, is shrinking my tummy and working out portion control. It doesn't matter if you want to have a burger and chips one day, but that doesn't mean to have to say you have one of them monster burgers and a great big 10-ton of chips with onion rings on the side, and however nice that is, and you can have, just not as much in the volume of it. So that is what I'm trying to teach myself. And And it seems to be working at the moment. However, over a period of time, going back and moving forward, if you're not careful, it is very easy for it to start growing again. And that is where the problem lies for most of us. It's the amount of food that we can consume, and if you're catching us on a bad day, then you eat more and you eat crap, and then you just eat and eat and eat, and that for me is a problem. And it's sitting down at breakfast, eating your breakfast, thinking, oh, what am I going to have for lunch? Oh, what am I going to have for dinner? Oh, what can I have now? That is what I need to stop, and it has been stopping, and that's why I'm on day 23 now. I think it's day 23, or yeah, and it's working, and it's a slow process, but that's why I've done what I've done. And I know it's extreme to some people. To me, it's not, because I've done it before. But it's like rebooting your system. You're going back to the beginning and detoxing and starting your system gradually again. I've had no Diet Coke, no Coke, or I don't drink proper Coke, but diet drinks I used to drink, because I don't drink tea and coffee, so it only ever used to be water and cans of Diet Coke. I haven't had any of those since I've started, and whether it's a mixture of the whole thing, but I do feel a lot better. And now I look at it, I don't think, oh my God, I really need a can of Diet Coke. That would be so nice to go for my dinner. I don't think that way anymore. I just instantly go for the water. But nothing happens overnight as a massive change. I would never dream of going into a shop and buying a pasty now. And even when I do any kind of weight loss, that's like the last resort. I don't even like pasties that much, but like sausage rolls and we know the proper bad stuff. But when you have then lost all faith, then you find yourself eating that and drinking the Coke and eating the crisps or whatever it is for every other person, whether it go and be buying a family size bag of cream eggs or something and then eating the lot. It's when you get to that stage, you know that you need to do something, because you never started off that way, and overnight it's not happened. It's crept on gradually. So that's why I'm making the change. And if I do help anyone and motivate anyone to do it, it feels so much better. It's a catch-22 situation. When you're feeling crappy, you turn to crap. But when you're feeling positive and motivated, you don't turn to the crap, because you know that is going to make you feel worse. If you can stop it, if you can jump off that wheel, you will feel so much better. What's the time now? I've rambled on for 8 minutes. One last thing. I need to boost my subscriptions on my YouTube channel. So I'm thinking of making something and giving it away. It's probably going to be one of my crochet toys. And what I want everyone to do, if they can, is share my page or share one of my vlogs, and hopefully boost my subscriptions. When I get to a certain number of subscriptions, I'll give it away to one of my subscribers that are public. So if you could possibly share as much as you can and subscribe, I'd be most grateful. And we'll see what happens.